What is going on, guys? This is Pendic with Reaper Gaming, and it is New Year's Day. Happy New Year's to you all. A nice little salute to you guys. We've got a little bit of news that came from Yoshi P's New Year's live stream. It seems patch 2.5 has been announced for January 20th. Now, with the new patch, the 2.5 patch, we are expecting to see 3 new dungeons. This is the major addition to it all. And the 3 new dungeons are the Keeper of the Lake, Amdapor Keep Hard Mode, and Wanderer's Palace Hard Mode, along with Crystal Tower. Now, unfortunately, this is not including some of the things I want to see the most, which the one I want to see the most is Gold Saucer, the Mandeville Gold Saucer. This has been stated for release at patch 2.51, and the reason I want to see this the most is because it adds a little more diversity to the game. You know, we can all do dungeons now. We've all had the ability to do dungeons, hard mode dungeons, regular dungeons, etc., etc. We just kind of kill trash mobs, kill a boss, kill trash mobs, kill another boss, kill trash mobs, and then kill the main boss, and rinse and repeat per dungeon. Gold Saucer itself will be bringing a new level of entertainment to us. We will have chocobo racing, which is great, which means it gives us the ability to breed and raise chocobos. This is something I loved from Final Fantasy VII. I was a huge fan of Final Fantasy VII and Gold Saucer. I spent a lot of time there just screwing around, the battle arena and everything else. If you guys have not had a chance to do that, I highly recommend going and get it just for Gold Saucer. Now, you're going to spend a lot of time getting there, but it's a nice place to do it. In Final Fantasy XI, they implemented chocobo racing with raising, and I didn't really have enough of a chance to do chocobo racing. I kind of quit playing right as they started doing it, so I wasn't really into that section. I had the chance to do some chocobo raising, though, and the first chocobo I bred was slightly faster than all the other basic chocobos, which was nice in the open world. But from what we're told, our chocobo we have now that we're leveling up will not be our chocobo that we're raising, which, you know, kind of makes sense, because the chocobo that we have now, if you guys remember, it's sort of on loan from the grand companies that you have. So I don't know if we should be expecting to have our chocobo to a certain level before the chocobo stables will let us raise our own chocobos. For example, your chocobo has to be rank 5 or rank 7 or rank 10 before they let you go out and raise a chocobo. In 11, they put a lot of emphasis on you being ready to raise this chocobo, and how you treated the chocobo affected the way its outcome came. But for me, this is something that I really like doing. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to race them, but I did get a chance to raise them, and I enjoyed it. And it also had chocobo breeding, which would be nice to see, because if you guys remember, if any of you played that, if you had a really good chocobo, you could breed it like they breed horses, and you would pay a pretty penny to get a better breed for your end result chocobo. You would want that stud or that female who, you know, would give your chocobo a better base starting point. But that's one of the bigger ones that I like. And like I said, the Mandeville Gold Saucer will be more of a time sink than anything else, but that's great. That gives you something else to do in between when you're queuing for dungeons and everything else. You know, it'll have mini games. It should have the basketball. It should have a bunch of other mini games. It should have everything to help you just kill time in general, you know. They're also bringing triple triads in, and this isn't 2.51 patch, like I said. We're getting closer to it. I'm a little more excited. Triple triads is the Final Fantasy card game. I believe it was in Final Fantasy 8 or 9. I forget which one it was in. But that will be, you know, a nice little addition if you collect cards, build up your deck, play against other players. I would also like to see implemented a betting gambling style system for in-game gil. Not real world money, obviously, but the gil itself, even if you bet against the NPCs or the house itself, it definitely brings the gil sync to the game that'll help level off the economy, help steady off the economy too. And if you guys don't know what a gil sync is a way that they take money out of the economy, because if nothing but money is coming in, and nothing ever leaves, then you have a huge economy crash. And we experienced it in Final Fantasy XI. items were going for millions upon millions, which we're seeing now in Final Fantasy XIV. You know, some of the higher level 95 primal weapons that they're going for 4, 5, 6 million plus. I've seen them sold as high as like 15 million. So it's just one of those things that, you know, it could help level off the game. That way there's not a ton of money sitting around everywhere. But we shall see. A couple of the other things I would like to see implemented is there's a couple minor changes, stuff like Odin's armor for glamour, stuff like that. Anything that they can do there, you know, that's an easy, simple, quick fix. But I'm getting a little more excited for Dark Knight. I hope Dark Knight is a good tank. I hope they did it well. I hope it came through the way they wanted to, and I hope it plays well overall. I love Dark Knight in Final Fantasy XI, and I understand it's going from DPS to a tank, but I didn't play Dark Knight in 11 for DPS. I could have did Black Mage for DPS and been perfectly happy. The way Dark Knight played and the way Dark Knight felt while playing it, you felt like you were powerful to begin with. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But we'll see. That's patch 3.0, guys. Like I said, patch 2.5 drops here January 20th. But I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to do my missions here. I'm going to see what else I can get done today on my day off. I hope you guys are enjoying your day off. As always, if you guys could like, comment, subscribe, we'd greatly appreciate it. You guys have a good New Year's. Peace out, guys.